are so back. It has been a long time coming. Um, Thank you so much for your patience with me, um, with life happening, but we are back. There is a brand new season of 90 Day Fiance that just started 2 weeks ago now. So we can all be on the exact same page, on equal footing. There's no one that I'm familiar with that you aren't. Um, so we can all embrace the cringe together. First, hello, welcome to the cringe. I was only the first comment because I was making sure that, um, oh no, it's okay now. You can suffer in another way, and it's by being here for this. Oh, you have a clip? I do want to see. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, share that with me. I'll definitely take a peek. Oh my goodness. Welcome. What a way to make an entrance. I guess that's kind of the whole deal with how this season starts out. So it's just kind of this is kind of a fart of a TV show, huh? And it's good. I've got some memes saved up, not too many, but just enough where I feel like they're pretty good. They're pretty good. I've missed being able to share memes and yeah, Discord works. I miss being able to share memes and talk about random stuff and Mango, hello! My beloved. Welcome, welcome. You just tuned in for the trash fire. Jojo emote. Jojo me emotes. Menacing. This whole this whole thing is menacing. I'll have to check Discord on my phone. Oh, I do see the menacing. Very good. All right, I'll get back to your Overwatch clip. I do want to start a little bit of this garbage. Uh, so we have a brand new season of 90 Day Fiance. This is the OG. Oh, permission? Okay. Let me see if I can pull it up. All right, well, I'll talk about this while I get your clip pulled up. So, it's the OG. We're back to the basics of of what we've all come to know and love. So it's an individual from not the United States who was on a K1 fiance visa, and they have 90 days to get married. Old grandma, yes. The show is really old now. It's been on, I think, for like 10 years, which is insane. Like, never in a million years would I have thought that it would still be on to this day. But I'm glad it is. So they have 90 days to get married, or else that person goes back to their home country. Um, and there's uh, only one couple that's a repeat from years past, which unfortunately you will be familiar with, Gino and Jasmine. But okay, Zero did share this clip with me, so let me. I have been given the permission. So welcome to the React channel. Me too, I'm also people. I'm fish people. I'm feeple. Oh, not making myself go away. Okay. I don't know how loud this is gonna be. Oh, maybe not at all.
A streak of bad luck.
This is the best time for me to say that I don't know how Overwatch works. So from a purely outsider perspective, you're doing great. I'm like, there sure is so much happening. Are you winning, son? Are you winning, son? I'm gonna say yes.
A streak of bad luck.
Yeah, so, yeah, kill and heal. I mean, yeah, so you're winning.
Soothing your wounds.
In my heart of hearts, you win. Yeah, it's overwhelming, but I get it. But I also don't get it. Like that cat that has nothing going on in the brain where it's like, oh, I understand, does not understand. No, that's shenanigans, all right. I'm sorry you lost. To me, you were winning, so if that means anything, you're a winner to me. You're all winners. I'll get you all participation trophies later. We'll work out participation trophies for being here and doing your very best, because that's all we can ever ask for. Yippee! Oh, what rank are you? I ask this question as if I'm familiar with the ranking system in the game, and I'm not. Second lowest. Okay, but it's not the lowest, so there's only room for improvement. Bronze 4. Hey, I mean, bronze medals is Olympic. Yeah, you get you get bronze medals in the Olympics. So, I think you're an Olympic Overwatch player. Good. Be proud, embrace it, and all we can do as a society, we live in a society. All we can do as a society is keep on trucking. Good. Then I'm glad you were happy with the laws. You took it with grace. That's why I could, like, I don't know, people when I play games like that, they always were way too serious, and I was not about that because I have no skill, just the vibes. So you were just vibing. That's the Cordelia way to play. Just vibes, no skill. Hotel Trivago. I am Me saying, I am so real for that. Okay. Our wonderful Overwatch segue is going to segue us back into these other vibes, rancid vibes, um, rancid vibes of reality TV. Um, if you've tuned in a little bit before, uh, you'll be familiar with Gino and Jasmine. Um, Hot mess of a couple. Jasmine is out of Panama. She is in the U.S. She is in Michigan, and it's wild. So there's only been 2 episodes so far, and we started with her in Panama, and she was getting ready to go. She was getting ready to go to the US, and we actually saw her children for the very first time on the show. She's been on the show for a while, and I kind of, I don't know, I was proud of her for not for abandoning her children whenever she was out doing stuff with Gino, but, not broadcasting her kids. The fedora, okay, that's the thing. Gino always wears a hat. He We've seen his head like 2 times. He even sleeps in like a baseball hat. He called it a sleeping hat, but it's not like those like Ebenezer Scrooge like night stocking caps. It's just a baseball hat because he's insecure about his hair. Which, okay, but he always wears a hat. He always wears a hat. I'll have to find more, but the fedora is his. It's either a fedora or like a baseball cap. Those are his hats of choice. Um, we saw him without a hat once when they were in a fight, and then once the producers caught him going through the airport security line. You have to take your hat and your belt and your shoes off or whatever. And we saw the hat come off, and I was like, it was, it was like that scene from the SpongeBob movie, where King Neptune, he doesn't have the crown on, and he's bald, and it's bald, bald. That was me watching that happen in the airport security line, TSA line. Um, exactly, my eyes, my eyes. Um, Jasmine let us know that she's taking her crusty little white dog, whose name is Coco, to the U.S. with her because Coco does not require a visa. If she was to take her children with her, they would require a visa. Her crusty dog does not require a visa. So she takes her dog with her. She also lets us know that she was given $10,000 to go towards a wedding dress. And in classic Jasmine fashion, she spent that money on butt implants and did not tell Gino that she did that. But on the flip side, Gino quit his job so he could spend more time with her, which, like, make it make sense. Like, the opening shot was him leaving his office, like, oh, I'm all packed up, I'm out of here. Because he quit his job. Like, it has to be hard. I can't imagine. But they just, Jasmine's gonna be in Michigan. She can't work. Per the visa, she can't get a job for that 90 days. And she doesn't have her support system, right? But that doesn't mean that you quit your job, especially when Jasmine is so demanding of monetary possessions, and she was freaking out about hair extensions and all that. She was just freaking out about all this stuff. So I don't know. Neither of them make any sense to me. But as of this past episode, Gino has not told Jasmine that he quit his job, and Jasmine has not told Gino that she spent the wedding dress money on butt implants. That don't even look great, by the way. Like, I'm not a plastic surgeon, but I don't know. I don't want to, like, body shame people, but they didn't look right. they looked off. The wedding dress money, yeah, for implants. For implants. I'm gonna have to find pictures or a clip. Like, I don't want TLC to come after me. Please, please, TLC. But she spent her money on implants and is like, oh, well, I didn't tell him. Like, what do you mean you didn't tell him? And she always is freaking out about this stuff where she's like, you just can't go spend money without me knowing, and all this, and it's a mess. And yeah, so then she's like telling all her friends in Panama, like, oh, I go to pull up a clip, and here, I mean, I can show this part. That's fine. Um, of like what the YouTube suggestions want to show me here. The titles: break up, try to rekindle their relationship. Can't she get her visa? It didn't even look that good. Like, on God? These are old clips. My YouTube search history is going to be... Oh, okay. So I did find this clip. It's going to be so loud. Let me save you all for a moment so that you don't get blasted with an ad. But it's really something because she's not honest about anything and then freaks out on him for... Okay. All right, we're going to watch a little bit of this. Just a baby bit. Oh, hello, chat. Well, I'm just going to leave you where you are because we're going to go back, but...
The problem is that because I lost a lot of weight, that included the little butt that I had. One of the few things that, compliments me is like, oh my gosh, your fat ass, I love it. And I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? It's gone. So I got butt implants and now my ass
okay, we
is
didn't
so...
even see that part.
¿En serio? Yo no se lo he dicho. ¿En serio? Yo no se lo he dicho.
I didn't need to...
Gino no sabe que me operé el trasero.
No. ¿En serio?
Yo no se lo he dicho. Gino estaba dándome, o sea, como una mesada, pues, para mi vestido de boda, ¿no? Y ahí está.
Cada una vez el culo queda.
Exacto.
Y él lo va a disfrutar bastante.
Yeah, so that's what we're dealing with there. So she makes it to the US. It's really quite entertaining, I will say. Yeah, she's something else, and so is he. So the dress, I don't know. That's what I don't know. We're gonna find out. The preview for next week, it looked like she finally told him. I will say one of the couples from a different season, she got her wedding dress at Goodwill and she was a really good sport about it, and actually it was a gorgeous dress. I actually got my prom dress one year at Goodwill. My dress cost me $9. And it was awesome. A steal. I think they do watch the show after. At least I know when they do the tell-all reunion at the end of the season, they'll pull up certain clips and everyone in the room will watch it and they'll be like, do you remember this? Let's take a look back. And it'll be like yeah, remember when you didn't tell Gino about the butt implants? And then they'd show that clip, and then you'd see everyone's reaction, and they'd talk about it. Um, but whether or not they actually watch like the whole show themselves on their own, I don't know. But she makes it to Michigan. She is not a fan of the Michigan weather. What did she say? I don't know if I have the exact clip, but she was like, I don't know why God made Michigan or why people decided to live in Michigan. Um, and she like didn't know where or when it was air conditioning and when it was just the cold outside. And as someone who has been to Michigan and is used to snow and all those sorts of things, yeah, I couldn't imagine. But everything she was saying was just so funny. Let's see if I can find it. And then also, Gino's house is kind of because he like didn't clean. I'm gonna get this ad out of here, which is like surprising to me that he just didn't clean up before she shows up, unless it was like all staged, but I don't think it is. To me, there's no way it's staged in such a way that he wouldn't even clean the house like, at all. Like it's kind of nasty. Okay, I found the clip. I hate being too hot. Yeah, literally. Okay, they zoomed in. I'm not gonna show it because I don't want you guys to suffer. They literally zoomed in on his nasty ass toilet. And it was filthy. Like, you are a 53-year-old man. I know you know how to clean a toilet. Okay, this was actually worth your time because I thought it was very funny and so real if you're not used to the weather. Like, I can't judge her for that, but just her commentary, this was the first time where I was like, okay, Jasmine, get it.
It's cold in
Let's see
here.
where we are at here.
Is this still the air conditioner?
Huh?
Is this air conditioner still?
No, this is Michigan
You're
cold weather, baby.
Is that our car?
This is my car, our car now.
Baby, you have smoke coming out of your mouth. What the
This is Michigan.
I hate it. I was not born to be in this kind of weather. I'm scared of stepping out and dying immediately, instantly, from hypothermia. So you know how to drive.
You're gonna find out the hard way.
Talk about driving.
I feel it in my ass. Thank you. My ass was frozen.
Aren't you happy to be
Yeah,
together?
baby. Let's focus on driving.
Yeah.
I am. It's shocking for me, baby. This is like hell, but the winter version of hell. I always dream about this day, and I should be happy, but this place it screams depression.
Ever. It screams depression. That's me. It screams depression, and it's
like
just
so gloomy, so dark.
Here's our home.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just. This is literally the funniest she has ever been. The most comedy ever. So yeah, she gets there. The house is filthy. Her little dog is one of those crusty white dogs, and he pees on the floor. Probably just because he was excited and confused. Like, I'm not going to judge the dog for that. But yeah, the house was like filthy. And she was like, and you didn't even clean up. And like, I want to change this and I want to change this. And all that stuff. And also, Gino did have the Panama flag, like he had it out like on the couch, and she was like, you put it upside down, so she had to rearrange it. yeah, so that's where we're kind of at with them. She's in the U.S. They're kind of getting things settled, um, but there's other couples we haven't been introduced to previously, and there's so many now that we haven't even met. Like when I go and I look to see the list of like who's on this season, there's two or three couples we haven't even met yet, and we're 2 episodes in to the season. And I hate when they do this, but they do it where there's just so much happening that someone gets thrown in randomly, like later on. Uh, it doesn't matter, but we'll kind of pivot on to some of these other new couples so we're all at the same playing field. Um, I didn't know anything about them before they were on the show, so um, we're all in this together, as they say in High School Musical. So let's see who's first in my little lineup. I'm gonna be a fake fan. I gotta get their names pulled up because I don't remember. His name is Rob or Robert, and she's from London. Robert and Sophie. Okay, so he's from LA. She's from London, and he lives in like a. They just yeah, that was their iconic line exactly. Um, he lives in like a studio apartment in LA, and she goes to live with him, and at least he was upfront and honest with her about the living situation. A lot of the times I feel like these couples aren't transparent with that, and then the person coming from abroad gets there and is like, what the hell is this? She was very aware that he had a studio apartment, like that was it. Um, but he like wanted to do this whole thing where he proposed to her, and he wanted to do this like dance, and it wasn't a dance at all. It was just kind of, I don't know, it was weird, but he proposed to her in the middle of the airport. um yeah, in the middle of the baggage claim. He just gets down on one knee after she was traveling, and she's like, why are you doing this now? Whatever. And then they go to get out of the airport, and they get stuck in the elevator. I swear to God. The elevator shuts down on them. And then she's yelling at him because she's like, you broke the elevator. I don't think he did, but they were in there for like, I don't know. It was a little too long. I mean, not that any time is the amount of time that you want to be in the elevator, but I think it was like 45 minutes or an hour, and they were stuck in there, and she was yelling at him like, "Oh, it's all your fault." Um, they get out of the elevator, it's fine, um, and then she, understandably, is like, because he's really hyped up um, where he lives, and is like, "Oh no, it's very very safe, and also I have money, so don't worry about that." And then you literally like they're driving by and you see all these police cars, and she's worried about it, and I don't know, they get there and it's fine, but it is funny because his trunk is held open with a 2x4, and I thought that was hilarious. I mean, whatever you gotta do, like no judgment there, but right now we've just kind of left them at, um, she's in the US, they're getting settled. Her mom does not like him at all, but she's not there, so right now they're just getting their bearings. Oh, and she also, Sophie has told everyone that she's bisexual, which is cool, that's fine. Um, but, oh, but she was on Bumble still, and uh, Robert's one friend was like, hey, I saw she was still on Bumble, and apparently it's because she's trying to reach out to American women as well. So, like, whatever. Right now, they're not as interesting, but I'm waiting for shit to hit the fan. But we have two more couples so far that are way more interesting, way more messy. Oh my god. So, Justin and Nikki are, yeah. So, Nikki is from the US, Justin is from Moldova, and actually, we had another cast member from Moldova many years ago, Andre, and he was a character. Um, but uh, Nikki has a cat who looks insane. By the way, this is not a cat Delia cat. This has to be some sort of illegal cat. And she named it Vicious too, which is hilarious. Because I couldn't imagine just in all earnesty, that's not a word. In earnest naming my cat Vicious when it looks the way it does. Let me find this cat. Nikki, okay, she is not real. So, and I don't mean this to judge her in any way. We're here for fun and vibes. We are not here for, making fun of someone's appearance. She has had so much plastic surgery done, and she's admitted this. It's not like she's trying to be weird and secretive about it. She is actually, she calls herself like a plastic surgery consultant. And what does that actually mean? I don't know, because in the nicest way possible, if I wanted plastic surgery, I would not be going to her for advice. But we do later find out that she's actually transgender. But you see pictures of her from earlier on, and she looks like an actual. She doesn't look as exaggerated in terms of her features. She just has like normal human features, and now it's like she's gone like way too far. Oh, okay. I found out. So her cat, I don't have a it's a it's a Savannah cat, and it's like the first generation. Let's see. So it's like one. This is crazy. Oh, that's such a pretty animal, though. Oh my god, why is that little. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting upset because I'm seeing this little girl hold this cat. So, Nikki's cat looks like this. I don't think I mean, it's a pretty big cat. Okay? She has a cat like that. Its name is Vicious. That's crazy. But also, Nikki is very committed to her aesthetic. I give it, I give her all of the props. Her whole, like, apartment and all of her clothes, they're, like, beautiful. They're all color coordinated. She has, like, so much, like, pink everywhere, and that's definitely, like, that's so me. Like, if I could have everything, not everything, if I could have a ton of stuff in my life be pink and I could afford, you know, having my appliances be pink and everything like that. Yeah, I want to give that cat a little kiss on its head. But when you see a cat like that on like a normal cat tree, crazy. It looks like it's not supposed to be there. Yeah, it's just a baby. It's just a baby. Yes, so she is with this guy. She calls him Justin. We find out that his name is not actually Justin. His name is Igor, but she said that Igor made her think of, like Frankenstein's monster and stuff. So she was like, I'm not vibing with the name Igor. Like, I'm going to call you Justin. Because she said he used to look like Justin Timberlake. Now, I'm going to pull up the picture. Why didn't I add it to the presentation? I'm going to pull up the picture. His ass does not look like Justin Timberlake. But it was just like weird, I guess, that she's like, no, I'm just gonna call him Justin now. Like I've decided that for you. um, Shoot, where's the picture? Well, anyways, while I find it, um, she is going to Moldova to like go, I guess, pick him up. It's very confusing because they were actually in a relationship, um, like what was it, like 17 years ago was what she said. It was a long time ago, and then they broke up, and then she like got back in touch with him, and they got back together. So, oh, here it is. I found it. I found it. I found it. Oh, and the chat is right on his face. Okay. That's actually really funny. No, I'll move you guys over. Oh, how about I move the whole... Oh, shoot. Okay, doesn't matter. Um, yeah, okay. There. I don't know. I... It's not screaming Justin Timberlake. It's just like... That's a guy. But he seems super duper nice. Um, because it cuts over to him and his friend in Moldova, and he was, I don't know, he's very accommodating of Nikki, and uh, is like, I don't want her to feel uncomfortable here or feel like she's in any danger, but like uh, I can't speak for everyone here. Like, it's a more conservative country overall, and all this stuff. So she's going over there to reconnect with his family because she met them like 17 years ago, and um, they're now engaged 17 years later after both of them having multiple relationships in between. Uh, so she's going over there to do that, and so how we kind of left them off is he's just sort of setting the scene where he's not quite sure how everyone's going to react to her, especially because compared to the last time she was there, she's had way more plastic surgery done. So she kind of, yeah, she's reached almost like a, and I don't mean in a bad way, but she's reached almost like a permanent drag queen sort of look. Just how she does her makeup, the implant she's had on her face, it looks like she's constantly in drag makeup, which is super complicated, by the way. Um, but so that's kind of where his concerns were lying in regards to, people are going to pay attention to her because she wears bright pink all the time. Um, she has a very unique look and everything like that. But he seems like a really cool guy. Um, she sure seems fun. I actually think she was on Botched, by the way. Um, I don't know everyone's familiarity with the TV show Botched. It's about botched plastic surgery. It's I can't really watch it too much because they show like the medical procedures. She does think she's like Barbie. What is it with. This is a side tangent, and no judgment to Barbies out there either. And also, the Barbie movie was great. I loved it. Um, but there are so many people that I've seen like those little clips online where it's like, I'm trying to become the next Barbie or the next Ken, but they have so much like plastic surgery done that they don't look anything like Barbie or Ken. Like they have the like lip filler super super big, and I'm like, Barbie doesn't look like that though. Like if you were to just take the doll, her lips aren't that big. Like that's like Princess Peach lip. I don't. This is a whole separate thing. I've seen too many of those. Like, what are they called? There's like a little series of them on YouTube where it's like people that do just different kind of like body modification or different or have like different fashion, like alternative fashion. Shoot, it's called Hooked on the Look. Not sponsored. Not sponsored. What are they gonna do? They'll have me on there and be like, she thinks she's a mermaid because she's just, this is her little character on the screen. Um, but no, so they have a series of um, different people that are either into alternative fashion or have different like body modifications and things like that on there. It's a very fun rabbit hole to go down and just watch all the different people they get on that show. But they've definitely had a couple Barbie wannabes that really seem to push the Barbie envelope in a way that to me they don't look like Barbie, in my opinion. But all right, we have one more couple so far. These are the actual the most interesting of our new couples. Is let me not take chat off the screen. Let me get their names too. It's Manuel and Ashley. I was right. It's Manuel and Ashley. Um, so Ashley is from Rochester, New York, and Manuel is from. I'm gonna find out. I should have been prepared. See, I'm not used to. This is a whole new set of characters. I'm not used to them all yet. Um. Um. Ecuador. He's from Ecuador. Found out. They are fun. There's drama there already, so of course there is. Of course there is. This wouldn't be a TV show, reality TV show, um, if there wasn't drama already. Oh, see, it's interesting that you say that because looks may be a little deceiving. Ashley is a self proclaimed witch, um, which, cool, awesome, great. But she is very spiritual, and Manuel does not know this. So, like, he goes there, and she has, like, an altar set up and has all of the, um, all these candles and uh, I don't know, lots of traditionally witchy sort of items and practices. And yeah, I mean, she really, I mean, they seem like they're both like great people, but and she knows this, he's from a very Catholic country, and really isn't the same sort of belief system. But I have some kind of this meme is kind of going to be me jumping the gun a little bit, but she also has a dog named Rico Suave, which I think is hilarious. And then she also has this cat named Lyra, and he gets to the US, and this is also after she has literally a panic attack in the car because she hadn't heard from him for however many hours, because he was on an airplane. But they get to her house, and he's like, yeah, cats give me a bad impression. um, which I understand people's thing with cats. Like, could never be me, but I get it. Okay, on a base level, I understand. But I thought this little edit was funny. But the whole thing with them right now is that she wants the dog to sleep on the bed, and he is not about it. And then she's also like, and I'm trying to like, what's the Kim Kardashian meme where it's like, I'm trying to lay down hints. So she's like, I'm trying to lay down hints that I'm a witch. She's like, man, well, I'm a witch. She's like, I'm not trying to scare you. And then they get into like a little bit of an argument just about like, oh, well, in my culture, witches are bad and only do bad things, and there's not a way to be a good witch. And then she's saying that she's not like that, like she's not cursing people. Let me see if I can find a clip of these guys. Let's see. But yeah, it's a little something. Well, yeah, it was like that. Someone was like, "Oh, so she's like a." Oh, this is an Entertainment Tonight clip. It's fine. Oh my goodness, I did not know. Okay, Entertainment Tonight, I'm not coming for your brand. They have a segment called 90 Day Replay. I am so sorry, Entertainment Tonight. I did not know this. I did not know this, Entertainment Tonight. Please do not, please do not come for me. I'm just a little creature. Okay, let me jump around in this clip a little bit. Because it does help to see it.
Forth around Rico Suave,
there's the dog Rico Suave.
Ashley decides
Rico
to introduce
Suave,
Manuel
not
to
Suave.
her witchcraft
Oh my goodness.
practices, and his face says it all.
¿Cuál es bruja?
Mi vida.
¿Y yo qué hacer con una bruja aquí?
¿Qué piensas?
Una persona que hace daño.
Tú conocerme por 10 años. ¿Estoy mala?
No,
Exactamente. ¿Yo dar daño?
yo que sepa, no. Pienso que es una bruja.
Oh yeah, and they've known each other for
Porque
like a long
en
time.
Ecuador
And this
lo
was
que son
another
brujas
situation
significa una
where
persona que hace el daño, pero no es eso.
they had gotten back
Ashley
together
continues to
after
insist that Manuel
being with other
accepts her as a
people,
witch.
which is fine. Like, it doesn't matter.
Why is she so
But
attached to being labeled as
I
that?
don't understand how they could have made
I
it
don't
this
know.
far
Una
without. He did hesitate with the no. But like I don't know how they made it. They've known each other for however long, and he didn't know this about her, and she never explained this
Entonces no me
previously.
digas que eres bruja.
Entonces,
Porque yo no tengo como una
¿Algo más?
prometida, ninguna esposa
¿Algo
como
más?
bruja.
The conversation gets Ashley pretty heated, to a point where she needs to step outside to get some
It's-
air.
Yeah.
Can I just like vent? Please. This witch thing is going to be hard to navigate
and
through. Because
he
he's
goes
not
outside.
understanding.
It's
He's
gonna come
looking
up in a
at these
second.
old school witch from like Snow White
She
definitions.
goes and she's
I'm a mother
smoking
witch
a
hoe.
cigarette or something. Like,
how are you not
okay.
getting that?
It's
I don't
just a
know. It's
label,
just
though.
kind of. It's interesting. So I don't know how things are going to go in regards to that. I hope well, because they both like seem like good people. I just clearly her witch identity and tapping into that aspect of things is really important to her. So we'll see how he juggles that. But we also found out in a preview for next week that he has 2 teenage children. which again, that's fine, but she brought up a good point, which she's like, did they know that I'm technically going to become their stepmother? And I'm like, I don't know. You need to tell me right now. Yeah, apparently he has two teenage children. That's as much as I know so far because they haven't shown us anything else. But, like, something is not adding up. Someone has to know something. Did he. Oh, and he also, like, didn't tell his family where he was going at first either. He, like, told them that he was going out of town for work because he does construction work and he had to, like, fly to a different city in Ecuador to get to the airport to fly out to New York. So he told them that he was doing work in that other city, but like, has he told them now that he's in New York? Like, he's gonna be gone for 90 days. So he can't be lying the whole time about it, right? Like, that can't be right. No way. No way, no way, no way. Christian is live? I'm gonna lose my mind. Thank you for that update. I think I do follow him. This was someone from a previous season that we found out is a fellow content creator. He has a Discord server and everything, which is cool. Which is cool. Oh, I don't know if I am. I might have to make sure I am, just as a treat. And yeah, see if we where's my collab with him? We can talk about 90 Day Fiance memes. I think that would be pretty fun. But so that's where we're at so far this season. There's a whole separate cast that has yet to be announced. Like two more couples, two or maybe three more couples that haven't even been announced yet or shown to all of us. Like, they've been announced because I've seen them very, very briefly in the previews, but we haven't seen them in the show yet. So we'll see what happens there. This is basic. This is basic original 90-day setup. So we'll see what happens if these people actually get married or not. We don't know. We'll find out. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of family drama and plenty of relationship drama. Is Gino going to share that he doesn't have a job anymore? Is there going to be an issue with the, studio apartment and, being bisexual, I guess? Or I don't know. There's so many different things where it could just totally go off the rails. And that's why we tune in every week to see what's going on. But we will just have to see. But yeah, so Manuel was not a fan of the dog and the cat being on the bed. So he was ready to yeet them from the bedroom. And Ashley said, no, this is their house more than it's your house. And I'm like, okay, I do get it. But they should have talked about it first. They should have been like, hey, by the way, I have a dog and a cat, and or I'm used to my dog and or my cat to be on my bed at night. Like, Yeah, if someone was like, sorry, you can't have Cat Delia on your bed anymore, I'd be like, she's there right now, though. She's just a baby. So, who knows? It's all messy, but a beautiful mess. And so I'll keep everyone updated. I don't think this stream is going to be especially long just because I do have work tomorrow. But it's always good to just kind of check in. Don't Sue Me Entertainment Tonight or Weekly or whoever has the 90-day replay title. Um, just using it for fun. But I'll definitely keep you guys posted. Perhaps I go pop in to see Christian streaming. Uh, we'll see what happens. But thank you so much for spending your time with me tonight. I'll bug you guys later, I'm sure. And I will see you next time, JoJo Mies.